Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the UMass Minutemen. UMass will kick off and we'll be underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense takes the field for the first time today. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
Wide open downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw him just freeze the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
A strike downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's a nice play on offense there. And how about the tight end getting out of his stance and working his way across the field, using his speed to clear the defense and make the catch.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll try to hit the sideline on the jet sweep. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Let me tell you something. When that guy goes in motion, alert, alert. He's a burner. I have to be 100% locked in and understand they can give him the football and he can burn. Great job by the defense being locked in on their keys and knowing that could be a possibility.
He's flying by and gets it on the jet sweep. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
He's got it. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. So the UMass Minutemen have the ball for the first time, and their offense will go to work. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Working that left side now. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He's looking to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Holding, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They go to the ground, and they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their own end zone. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm, and that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking for a man. It's Zimmerman. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
2nd and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
He's knocked down at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, UMass. That's the end of the first.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. A 1st down run in the red zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. On the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's 3rd and goal. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
From the gun. Fires to the end zone, and it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
That just could not have gone any worse for the offense, guys. Not only are you dropping the ball on 4th down, you dropped a touchdown. That should be 6 on the board. You need players to step up and make plays in those types of situations. That's the kind of play that could lose you this game.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. The UMass offense returns to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Back to pass, it's Zimmerman. Gets it out quickly. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Trying to take it back. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quick release on the RPO.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Fly sweep coming. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And that's great defense to stop him short of the 1st down. It's so hard with a guy that fast to create the right angles, to make sure I keep the ball inside, and then everybody's got to run to the football. Great job by the...
Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Kentucky. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question. Nice job.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit.
Going deep. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The RPO, it's complete. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Gets open down the middle. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Well, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They're working that left side. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Barco. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Kentucky trying to get a little scratch in the red zone.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I like the play call, like being aggressive on offense. 2nd and inches, you still got a 3rd down coming, but the defense, great job being ready for the pass. Wasn't fooled, got the sack, now set up a better 3rd down situation for him.
Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal?
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UMass offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'll try to find a more productive play this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Looking to pass. It's Zimmerman. Finds his target down the middle. Jumped on top of the pile.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage. I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. UMass will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half, and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into...
Nothing but green ahead. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying to get to it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
How about the aggressive play calling? Love aggressiveness, bringing the free safety down, blitzing him. You could tell completely disrupted the offense. They didn't know how to handle it. Free safety chase.
Headed to the end zone, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15.
Are you kidding me? I mean, that's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing, scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
And the UMass offense will take over 1st and 10.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Zimmerman. Makes the grab on the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning. He wants to take the top off. And it's picked off for the third time today. Takes it the other way. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these 2 teams thus far there in Lexington.
Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably... opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Gets it out fast. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You got a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Finds the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quickly complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Snagged in the middle. It's Key. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive already. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. UMass mounting a threat from the red zone. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Zimmerman. Finds his big tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too? They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. so close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Minutemen! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Barco. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That was a nice pickup running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. The throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese. They've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the ground with the back. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 1st down to start the drive after the bridge. He wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 2nd down coming up. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I love when defenses see pulling guards because what you're supposed to do is run through immediately. If you're a linebacker, you see a pulling guard, I'm running through that gap. If you're a defensive lineman and that guard pulls in front of you, I run down the line of scrimmage and chase. Great job seeing that puller, making a play, get a tackle for us.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw's got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that 1st down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Minutemen!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and we're tied here in the final period. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Kentucky will be forced to punt.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The UMass offense returns to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He finds his man. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Zimmerman. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. The give to the back. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Get the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on 3rd down, and life is much better. They want to throw it. Fires to the tight end. At the 20, he's got space. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll leave it with him. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Finds his man. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Breeze, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
On the run, still looking. Touchdown, UMass! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this...
Fires and picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. They're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Zimmerman. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And they don't want to waste this great field position. Throws toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to win this game.
He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
And the point after is good. first things first. They have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.